Wow. What do you think of that? What don't you think of that? I think that girl has got everything that she needs.
Oh, look, this is a stupid
It
stall.
is
Mine's
not.
just come out.
I was about to say, mine looks like it's about to fall off.
Yeah, it was very difficult to try and get them on there.
Will it fit in the little gap in the middle?
I don't know. No, yeah. I don't know. That feels
Slip
complicated.
it in.
Yeah. So I'll try mine and then you'll decide. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Oh, make sideways. Yes.
yeah. Slip it. What do you sorry?
Slip it in, you dirty
Slip it
bitch.
in.
That's twice you've made a proposition to me.
I feel like that is just you in denial, really.
Making things up.
Yeah. Wishing.
Wishing what for yours.
No. What have you done? Why is this up? What the fuck?
What have I done?
Well, you put it on here.
Yeah, well, that's not my fault. You brought these stalls. Why these ones?
Because the boys were using the other ones.
All right, fair play. I'll allow that then.
Oh, fuck, I can't even get it.
I actually feel like that's poor parenting.
Do you know what? I'm done for being
I've done it.
a
Look.
poor parent
Ta-da.
today. I'm a shite mother. I know.
Oh, he's a shite mother.
Yes.
I don't feel like you are.
Sue me.
Sue me, baby.
Come for me.
Oh my god.
Dub,
Talking
yeah.
of shit mothers, I know you ain't on TikTok like me. Like, I've relaxed
I
to
can't even
TikTok.
get this off.
That's what she
Can't
said.
even get it off. It's actually.
Why can't you get it off? I can't even move that.
What way does it go?
Well, if it's if you can't tighten it anymore.
I don't. It's moving both ways, and it feels like it's.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is a stupid idea. Who brought these stalls up? I don't know if that's tightening it or not.
Ellie.
I'm sorry, hold your coffee.
Like loosey goosey.
Is it
Righty
though? I'm not
tighty.
sure what's happening. It feels like it is.
Righty tighty, loosey goosey.
Lefty loosey. Right, I now need to come round. I can't breathe in here.
My laptop. Thank you.
Dankeschön.
Alright.
Oh my god. Oh my Christ. Don't look at my bum. Step away. Don't look at me, Ashley.
Too late, they've already watched you straddle over me.
I had to get in there somehow. That's a lot of work we've done today.
Everyone's started.
Right. Yeah, so talking of shit mums, I am now entangled in this nurse Hannah. Tell me you've seen something.
Nurse Hannah.
Right, so she has got this, she's got two kids. One's a little boy, I'm going to say 2, 3. And she's not long had a baby. And fuck me, about half of the people that go on TikTok have reported her to CPS. She's in America. People are ringing and sending emails from the UK, from other countries, because of the treatment of the little boy. It's shocking. She's a nurse.
What is she doing?
She is not letting him eat.
Social?
Yeah, not letting him eat. She's like, this is one of her things is like, this is how I save. This is how he only spent £150 on 155 on food at this thing. And then the boy's sitting there with no fucking food, and the mum and the dad are just eating. And when he goes to get a chip in another video, the dad's and then flicks his hand away. They put him behind the oven on another video.
What?
Yeah. Then how it all started was she done a blog. I mean, she's got fucking about 100,000 followers. They done a blog, and then he went to give him something in the trolley. And when he goes near the boy goes like this, which obviously is an indication of abuse. And then all these videos have just come out of like, and now she's taken all the comments off her video, and literally the CPS and everything's in. But I mean, it's shocking. He's definitely being abused. Whether it's physically, I don't know, but I've never seen a little boy do that unless something's going on. He was literally passing him some biscuits. So yeah, that's the rabbit hole I'm in this week. It's always something with me, isn't it?
You love it.
I do.
I can't watch them.
I just scroll through.
I can't do it. I literally get so upset.
Oh, it is very upsetting.
watch
It's actually quite it makes you very angry. It's very weird how many followers she's got, and literally all these videos are like from when she started her social media, and to me there's red flags all the way through. So I don't really understand how it's coming to light just now. I mean, as a baby, the dad brought food, and there's a video of her. She just like throws the fucking baby down to start eating. Another time, he's in the back of the car, and she goes, she talks over the videos, like she blogs it, and she's like, it's his nap time, so he won't eat lunch today, and they are sitting in the front of the fucking car, stuffing their faces, the mum and dad. He won't eat today. She goes, but I will give him a little bit, a fucking morsel of bread. She hands back to him. I was like, mate, this has been going on for a while, and now all of a sudden everyone's like up in arms. So I'm like, I bet nobody said anything before. Shocking that you'd put that on social media. Oh dear.
What I have noticed though, since next door have had their baby, no, I can hear them.
What do you mean? Who is it? Is it Ling Ling?
Like, oh, please stop talking like that to your baby.
Did you talk like that?
No.
I think I did. Come to mummy. Mummy loves so much. I talk to my cats and my dog.
I
like
talk to
that.
my dog like that,
Yeah.
but I never, not my kids. I like talk to them properly, they're human.
Pretty sure I did. Yeah, I'm going to say I did 100%. Sometimes as American. Oh my God. Sometimes Australian.
They don't even know who you are.
Fair income.
That's the woman we live with. We don't know if she's our mum or not.
Yeah.
No. Oh, I can hear them. They're so loud.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to say. No, you
Stop
won't.
talking to your bloody kid.
Yeah,
like it's
can you stop
stupid.
talking to it, please?
They're not even talking. They're just like at it. I'm like, oh. I'm sorry. I know a lot of adults do it, but it drives me nuts.
Worried
I
me
hate
then.
it.
I was like, where are all my posts gone? But no, they're there.
Drives me nuts. Oh, what are we doing first?
Right, dating disasters. Right. So dating disasters. Perfect timing. I need to... No, I think that's all right. Right. There's work going on, so ignore that. You cut it down. Will you be able to get rid of some of the sound?
Of course I will.
So no.
Of course will.
Well, I hear when mine bang in the videos, and I hear when the dogs go...
Yeah, but that just adds to, like, you know,
Oh, charm.
the charm of our
Authenticity.
yeah, that.
Yeah. Right, okay.
All right.
Are we ready? Yeah?
Always.
We're not, though.
Always.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Middle Aged Opinion. I'm your host, Ellie.
And I'm your host, Emily, and today we are going to be looking at dating disasters.
Yay!
Because we've all had one of those. Maybe you haven't, but yeah, dating disasters.
No.
I've had
married
few.
mine. It went quite well.
You did all right. You did all right.
Well.
Yeah. No, I've had a couple, but that's not what we're here to discuss.
Do you know what? I did think about you in both of the podcasts that we chose for recording today, because obviously the divorce, and then one I read was very similar, and I was like, I'm not going to read that. But I think there's a touch of it in all of them. And then...
oh no, I picked dating disasters that weren't overly relatable.
And then the dating disasters, I mean, fantastic.
one of my dating disasters was fucking brilliant. I will actually tell you, because I called you straight after and you told me that I was out of order for not helping him out.
What happened?
So I went to a pub to meet a guy, but I'd already previously been speaking to him because I'm very worried about meeting weirdos.
Right, fair play.
And he sounded normal on the phone, and
Right.
it was all flowing nicely. Went and met him at the pub, and then it was very much like I was in a really intense interview. Like, it definitely wasn't how it was when we were talking on the phone.
Right, so he was grilling you.
It was just like, what would you do if this? What would you do with that? How about this? How about that? What do you think of that? And I'm like, oh fucking hell, this is intense.
That feels like nerves to me. Did I say that
and
to you
I
on the
was like,
phone?
no,
Oh.
because that wasn't what you were worried about.
Oh.
No.
Okay, go on.
He
I'm
goes
trying to jog my memory. There's so
He
many.
goes- into his pocket and pulls an item out and puts it out on the table
What was it?
and says, what do you think about that?
Why don't I remember? What was it?
A butt plug.
Oh my God, I don't remember this.
You were the first person I phoned, and you
Did
said
you know
to
I
me,
appreciate
I
it?
laughed and was like, ha ha, not for me, thanks. Ha
Was
ha
I?
ha.
Why don't
I left got in my car, locked my car because he left after me, and
Why
I didn't
did
want
he
him
pull
getting in
out
my
a
car.
Plug.
And I don't know.
Why do I feel
Yeah?
very
So
differently?
then I phoned you going, ha, ha, guess what happened? And you went, well, I think that wasn't very neighbourly. And I said, what do you mean?
What, 'cause you
And
left?
you said, well, you could have at least tried it on for size for him.
Oh,
And I was
you
like,
joking? You fucking div.
you arsehole.
Yeah.
And you gone, that's what he wanted. And then I was just like, that's not funny.
That sounds more like me, because I'm like, why would I have stuck up for this bloke?
didn't. You were like,
I was like, because
get out of there.
To
I'm like,
be-
I am.
to be fair, right, by this point,
Listen, all I kept thinking, and we laughed about, was what if he got pulled over by the police and they're like, empty your pockets,
Well-
and he pulled out a butt plug? What do you intend to do that,
the
sir?
thing is, what about
Well,
all
nothing, because
these
she
men?
said no.
She weren't into it.
It's like, it's not
But
mine. I'm
all
not
these
using
men
that.
that end up in A&E because they've fallen on something, right? Like,
I weren't falling.
we should do a whole fact finder, a whole fucking thing, because there are stories everywhere,
They're
and they've
brilliant.
all
I've seen a few.
fallen over.
Fallen
One
over.
fell down the side of the toilet and landed on the toilet brush. And how these doctors keep a straight face is just beyond me. Because
Honestly.
I'd be like, did you though? Did
But
you?
I got told about, so do you know, like, metal cock rings?
Never used one.
The fire brigade actually get called in to help remove those off of people's,
Why? Because when they get erect,
Once-
it
and
swells.
then the blood can't drain back out, so they actually need to be zzz off.
Yeah, but why wouldn't they go to hospital for that?
They are in hospital, but the hospital haven't got the equipment to get through that type of metal, so they call in the brigade to then cut through it with their actual big
Hold on.
choppers. Yeah.
Never use cock ring. Fucking hell.
Seriously, so when the last one was like, he's been to two or three hospitals where they've been called in to
Why do they
Release.
sell it?
release.
Why don't they use
People.
plastic or something?
Oh my god, I don't know.
Or like rubber. That would make more sense. You know, like
I
when we've
guess
seen
it's a
strippers, they
different-
put like a rubber band at the end.
It's just got to be a different sensation. I don't know. I don't know, but it's the same with butt plugs, isn't it? They've got plastic, metal,
know.
glass.
Don't
They've got
know.
all sorts.
Never used one.
I've never used one either.
Not really a butt person, I have to be honest. It doesn't do it for me.
I've seen them.
I've
And they've
seen
just got
them.
all different flavours, really.
Shapes
innit?
and sizes.
Shapes, sizes, textures, whatever.
I saw because obviously I went down the rabbit hole after I see the one where the bloke fell on the toilet brush. Someone stuck a glass Christmas tree up his arse.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of TikToks
Light bulbs.
of
Why
like
though?
medical like people going this Christmas, and they'll hold up something pointy and they're like, no,
Why
no.
stick glass up your
No.
arse that could split and kill you?
So it rip you apart.
It's so weird. Of all the things, you're better off with the toilet brush. If you're thinking this Christmas, what can I put up my
you see the
arse?
ones on TikTok
Don't
where they've
use
got
glass.
the X-ray and there's like a action man.
Yeah.
Why is a hamster?
Why don't? No, stop it. The poor hamster. That's well out of order.
Oh, there was like 18 eggs.
Why? Why don't you just get dildos and put the dildo up your arse?
Because you know, someone double dog dared them. A couple of them men are like double dog dared.
No, they
down
didn't.
The pub.
No, they didn't.
And like,
They all fell. They fell. They fell on it. It's like when people cheat. As they're falling, their trousers unbuckle, go down. Willie comes out. It's all of a sudden erect, and they fall into the woman.
yeah, but sometimes the woman falls on him,
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause he was-
Sometimes.
lying on the floor naked, casually minding his own
Yeah.
business.
Sometimes she
And
or he
she-
made me do it.
Anyway, off topic.
I feel like that would be a fantastic podcast. What has been found up your arse today?
What has been up you lately?
That's it. That is the title. That is the title. What has been up you lately? We can even do women.
Oh, yeah,
I've seen
definitely.
one where the man had a cock ring, she had
did
a
you
lady
send me
appears,
the
and then
one-
they got stuck.
You sent me the one about the guy who's like calling the hospital saying like, "Oh, there's a bottle. I fell on a bottle," and he's like, "Oh, I've lost the lid.
No. So he sticks a fucking shampoo bottle up his ass. I don't know if we're talking Head and Shoulders, Herbal Essences, a good old Pantene. I have no idea. It could have been Poundland, right? All I know is whilst he's on the phone to 999, he sneezes.
Oh,
Then you hear the bottle shoot out and hit the bath, and then he goes, "Where's the lid?" So the dickhead ended up in fucking A&E, and they're trying to get this lid, mate. Who looks and goes, "Oh,
I wonder if that fits.
I just don't
I wonder what that
understand."
feels like.
I don't understand why not just a dildo. That's the confusing part for me.
Because that's probably considered like gay.
How can it be gay if you're sticking a Christmas tree up your
Because
arse?
that's
But that is
not
where the male
penis-shaped thing.
G-spot. I'm sure the doctor would rather pull a big fat dildo out your arse than a Christmas tree. Yeah,
I'm
stop.
fair play.
Where'd you get that one?
Not seen one like that before.
Yeah, I think let's stop sticking random objects up ourselves. Ourselves like I've included.
Like,
Yeah.
back to topic.
Oh, we are doing that. What's been in you lately? That is, honestly, that is fantastic.
Dating disasters.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get off topic and back.
It is actually part of the topic.
back.
He sneezed and a shampoo bottle came out his arse. That would be a great date story.
Right. Do you want me to go first? Shall I go first?
It's yours.
Right. Dating in your 30s is an absolute
It's made me cry,
disaster.
that has.
Changed my mind. Dating your 40s.
I've actually saved this one.
Oh, have you? Do you want me to
No, read it.
Okay. It says need advice. The title says it all. Oh, hang on. I've got to zoom because I'm old.
Um. What are you listening to the kids?
Yeah.
How'd you-
Yeah.
Whatever they're playing.
They're monkey
Oh.
tagging. The title says it all. It's an absolute train wreck when you're in your 30s, it seems like. You're either dealing with people with serious mental problems who aren't
That's what I
medicated.
I've heard all the stories.
Like that, Dealing with people who have multiple kids so they don't have time to talk or date.
Yeah.
Dealing with people who mid-divorced or divorced.
You'll do to raise both hands.
There's nothing wrong with people who are divorced.
No, but
But the mid-divorce is a bit of a messy place
it
to be.
also comes with complications. Someone that's been divorced before.
No.
It does.
If you've divorced and you're done,
No.
there's no complication.
Sorry. So what I'm saying about that before you carry on with the story is your view on marriage is completely different from where you were before you were married and went for a divorce. That is what he means. Fair?
You can be bitter divorced.
You're not bitter divorced, babe.
I'm not.
But
We're not
would you?
talking about me.
No, but my point is, I'm using you as
No,
an
yeah,
example. Your
For
view
me-
on marriage is different than when you were younger, before you were married.
I
and
think if
divorced.
you're divorcing on mutual grounds or not,
Yeah.
mid-divorce is a messy
I
place to
agree.
be.
But either
But
way,
if you're divorced,
it's still complicated.
it doesn't have to be complicated.
But it
because you
is.
could be, no, because if you're just divorced,
Yeah.
there's nothing else there. There's no children. There's nothing. If you're just divorced, that's it. You're done.
Yes, but it's
But your views can be
altered.
altered. In my views on marriage isn't negative.
It's not negative.
It's not
no.
negative.
Would you ever get married again?
I don't feel
Right
the
now.
need to.
Right.
I'm not I will never marry again.
Of course, yeah.
But I'm also 40 with 2 children. Do
Yeah.
I need to get married again?
Clearly starting the
Not
menopause.
really.
Yeah.
No, I don't really. I'll push you off my bed. I don't need to get married again. But if I met somebody who was like,
Amazing.
that's all I'm asking of you, please marry me.
Yeah.
It would be something I would consider.
Okay. Yes.
But I'm not anti-marriage. But some divorced people would be.
Yes.
They would be like, fuck
And
that, fuck
that is
you,
what he
fuck
means.
this, moving on.
he means the complication from
There is-
the divorce.
But it doesn't need to be.
No.
It's all I'm pointing.
Yeah, it depends on the
Or
situation.
swingers. I'm carrying on my story.
Okay. I'm so sorry. Sorry, Daddy.
Or
I'm
swingers.
sorry, Daddy. Yeah.
Or people who somehow still in the hookup phase because they got married or were in a relationship with someone for way too long that didn't work out. I mean, I don't feel like I got in the hookup
No.
phase.
I don't think that's you. It's not part of your personality. Although that man keeps asking if you go for Christmas, so you know the
Not
Scottish
to
one.
Scotland. I mean, I wouldn't mind going to
I
Scotland.
don't know how many times I've got to
Christmas.
say no, and then he asks a different question.
I mean,
He means Christmas Day. Anyway.
I'm busy Christmas Day.
Yeah, weird. Anyway.
Stuff going on. Anyway. It doesn't matter which dating website you use or if you meet people outside, it's the same shit. Outside just takes longer to shift through the bullshit you get within a few days online.
Yeah.
I'm honestly just about done entirely. When you do find someone to your attraction level, they're either batshit crazy, cheating, or generally unavailable. I mean, my experience there is that's true.
It's true.
I feel like that I'm with you there.
Yeah.
I'm not the most attractive person, I know that. I'm a good 7 when I clean up, but I refuse to waste girls' time with dates or talking if they're below my standards.
Oh.
Listen, you don't need to lower your standards just because you're in your 30s, 40s.
Well, it
if
depends
you've got a standard and you know what you're looking for, why lower the bar?
It's the word standard, I think.
That you don't need to lower the bar.
Yeah.
Just to be in a relationship. You don't. So keep your standards high and your heels high too.
Okay. Hot!
Anyway. I'd ask if it gets any easier, but that doesn't seem to be the case. I got vastly more matches and dates in my 20s than I have these past 2 years. At this point, I don't know what to do. I'm content with being alone and not having to deal with somebody else, but also I wouldn't mind companionship if it's with the right person. I figured by now, in my early 30s, I would have found at least one person. He's got a laughing, crying emoji face. Now my door for having kids won't close for a while, but women my age are certainly getting there within the next 5 years. Oh, that's rude.
There you go.
Should I honestly just delete all my shit and start over, or delete the shit and take a couple of months and start over? I honestly think you might need to change your attitude a little bit.
Right. So that's when I said, when he said standards, it depends what he doesn't mention what his standards might be.
Well, if
But-
he thinks he's a solid 7,
That's what he thinks he is. It doesn't mean that he
No,
is
no,
a
no,
solid
he's a
7.
solid-
And it doesn't mean that his standards might be an 11. But anyway, forget all of that. I tell you what I think the problem is. I think he needs to get offline and start trying to meet women the good old-fashioned way in hobbies that he's interested in. Meet people that way, because at least that way it will be like a natural...
oh my god, you're quoting me.
I
This
definitely
is
think
what I
people
said to you the
yeah.
other week, didn't I?
You people
If I'm
should
going to meet someone,
it's got to be natural.
it's going to be through something I do.
Might be
I don't want to go down the pub and meet someone at the pub because I'm not someone that goes down the pub.
No.
I'm not a drinker.
No.
That's not
yeah.
my thing.
No.
But if I was out and I was doing something that I love doing,
I
like
saw the quote years ago. It's they say meet someone doing the things that you love, because then
Yeah.
at least you both got the same interests. Unless it's like me and you, where we pick one random thing that might kill us yearly to do.
I was
but
thinking
even
about that
then-
at work today, and they're like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like,
Many.
"I need
things.
more challenges."
Yeah, yeah. I'm going through the menopause.
It's I really hope you go for it before me.
I won't. I've got hundreds and thousands of eggs left. I know that for a fact. I've had tests. I'm not going to go for it.
Recently,
Enough that when I last had the test done, that I have got more than most.
I don't want to even know.
Gutted.
Not really.
Yeah, no, not really. Anywho, yeah, I think that it's his attitude a little bit. He's doing it all wrong. I think you're right that he should, like your point of view now, it's going to be something where you both kind of align with the same thing, which I think would be so much better, because then at least you know you can go off and do those things together without being bored. I think it'd be better for you as well, like I'm switching back to you, if they had kids as well.
Oh, I don't know.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
I mean, you've been there, done that, but I think that's a good thing. because then they understand more. You don't think so? Because he doesn't seem very understanding. He's right. People are not so much nowadays. Actually, a lot of people nowadays aren't 30, married with kids, blah blah blah. He's actually wrong in that.
Yeah, massively wrong. And actually, just through that, what you've just said, the top comment was, which of the categories are you in? So all those little categories he put everyone in, they're like,
yeah.
You definitely fall in something like that.
Yeah,
And agreed.
And I feel like it might be a little bit of an attitude readjustment.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's going on dates, but he don't want to waste his time. And if you're going with that attitude, it's not going to go past the second date, is it?
No.
Like you said, the bloke that grilled you and then pulled out a butt plug. Maybe that was him. Tester.
I mean, I don't know what he was expecting me to say or do.
Did you leave there and then?
I finished my drink first because I'd paid for it. And then I said, yeah, I gotta go.
That's hilarious.
Certainly wasn't going to the toilet to try that thing in.
I feel like I blocked that.
Block it.
I feel like I blocked that story. That's a traumatic story.
It is a traumatic. It's one of my favourite stories, though.
It's a good story.
It is a really good.
That and the
scary dating story.
The surprise penis. Surprise penis all the time. Do you remember? That was good.
He used to call me. He'd be like, "I'm gonna call you. Shh, don't say nothing." And then he'd video call, and then it would just be him having a wank in the bath, and I'm like,
it's so weird.
But I didn't say nothing. I'd be like,
well, what do you say?
And I'm like, as you listen to him splash.
Oh, it's just disgusting.
I was like, dude,
it's like Cookie licking herself.
I was unmedicated category, but over the past 2 years I've been medicated and I'm doing vastly better, but doesn't seem to be helping in the dating scene.
There you go. There you go.
So you don't have to be medicated to be dating.
No.
You don't need to be anything other than yourself, and you'll find somebody that will.
I don't think there's anything wrong with him. I just think I don't know what he's looking for. Maybe go for someone younger that's ready to settle down then. If women in their 30s, are running out of time, the old eggs are drying up.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not being funny.
Imagine saying that. How old are you? Oh, no, you're too dry. Moving on.
Honestly, I'm like, okay.
That's so rude.
Honestly,
it's so rude.
And it's such a dated thing to say. Like, we are not in the bloody 1970s.
Maybe that's it. Maybe his mind is from 1952.
He's early 30s.
Doesn't mean that he hasn't been brought up to think that way. He's a 90s baby.
Like he's got.
He's a 90s.
It sounds like he's been brought up by quite a what's the word?
Protective mummy.
Protective mummy,
or
where mummy does everything,
yes, mummy,
and daddy does nothing.
Yes, mummy and daddy.
Anyway, we're not going down there. That's not what we're here for.
I can't help it. Yeah, so
he replied.
Oh, go on.
I'm not saying those are bad qualities to necessarily have. I just had weird experience with people with those. One unmedicated bipolar girl was using her daughter to try to keep me in a situation, and then having her randomly kiss me. She then finally gave up and started grooming a 16-year-old.
What?
2, that was a date. 2, mid-divorce girl, not using real names. I hope her name isn't mid-divorce girl.
It is on his phone.
Probably because they weren't really divorced or mid-divorce. They were just looking to see what was out there or cheating. This one was just recent. Didn't tell me her real name until 3 days into talking, then just randomly ghosted me. 3, multiple kids. They want you to be the breadwinner, take care of them and all their children. I feel like that's a little bit of a touchy way to talk, but okay. Or they take forever to respond when I have friends who are single mums who can message back within a few minutes, who don't blame their kids for it. One girl I've been talking off and on with for a few years has one kid with autism and doesn't work 40 hours but does have time to talk. 4. Swingers. I'm not into poly situationships or any of that bullshit. Lol. You're right, I do look for reasons why a relationship won't work because I've seen it firsthand with my parents and know what red flags are actual red flags. Then you just have the weird superficial girls like those girls who said because I didn't want to work 60 plus hours at USPS with her to get a house like her, I wasn't dedicated enough for her. Okay, there is just a load of dumb shit out there. And again, I'm not a terribly ugly dude. I worked at PetSmart for years and was constantly hit on by older women who shopped and worked there on top of the younger girls. Something when I was working at a grocery store, girls hitting on me in the checkout line where they later added me on Facebook. Girl at White Castle giving me food at drive-thru when I was in college adds me on Facebook same day. It's just bizarre. I go from those types of situations to absolutely nothingness once I hit 27 30 to 31. Lol. Maybe I just got uglier because I gained 50 pounds because I stopped caring about my physique.
I think he actually has really low self-esteem. And actually, a lot of those issues were actually really valid. Issues to not date those people.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
But I think he's got low self-esteem and he's missing when people, normal people, if you like, are putting the hit on him.
I think he's missing it, but actually... I don't know. I
feel like he has issues, but I do feel like when he explains it, I'm like, okay, that's a valid point. Like all those valid points.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we can't help you. Save yourself.
I don't feel like it's going to get any better, but it possibly ain't going to get any worse.
I think maybe love yourself before. I don't think he does. I think maybe love yourself a bit more before you start looking for other people to introduce into your world. Like if you're saying you've gained it, you've given up on yourself, it's time to work on yourself, right?
Yeah. Mentally
more than anything. Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
Poor bloke. First I've gone from not liking him to he's alright, blah blah blah. Right, anyway.
You feel sorry for you.
A little bit I do now, yeah.
Oh.
Right. What's your online dating disaster story? It started with a message when I was drunk. We met in a local pub for a few drinks and we get chicken fingers. The conversation is terrible, but I notice she's taking the chicken fingers and ripping them up in her hand and putting the breading in her huge purse. So naturally I call her out on it. She smiled and said, "Oh, I'm just feeding Sammy." And pulled out a fat chinchilla. I'm sorry. It's fantastic. I told you I really enjoyed this. A fat chinchilla from her purse. She plopped the thing in the middle of the table. She's looking at chinchilla on her and it just kind of chilled out. I played with the chinchilla a bit and she kind of got mad at me for playing with it. And back in the purse it went. I was ready to call it and leave, but she mentioned that she could go for some ice cream.
Oh, no.
This is so funny. And I was cool with it. So we go to Ben and Jerry's. We get to talking about tattoos and piercing.
Okay.
And she tells me she's had her nipples pierced. And I'm like, oh. And then she pulls
Let me
down
look.
her shirt
Oh, no.
and out come her tits in the middle of Ben and Jerry's at 8 p.m. and shows me her nipples. I was just kind of poker faced. So then I decided to walk her to her car. She kissed attacked me. Which was kind of cute. So I made out with her, sort of. Her lips were tense the whole time and she licked my teeth. I friended her on Facebook. For some reason after that, she had a Facebook page for the chinchilla. And
So our friend Chris did that as well.
that had more Facebook friends than I did. A few months later, the chinchilla died and its Facebook was a memorial page where a bunch of people, like 35, commented about how much they missed it. I liked it. One of her statuses, and she called me crying. I unfriended her, but not the chinchilla. Rest in peace, Sammy.
I mean, I don't think that sounded like a disaster.
I feel like that is
Nothing bad
you,
happened.
mate. So when I read it, I got through that no problem. But the minute I'm telling someone I've knocked out a chinchilla,
I had a mouthful of coffee and I was like, don't spit it out, don't come out your nose, don't spit it out, don't come out your nose.
I mean, that is absolutely excellent.
That's a great. I can't believe you unfriended her.
If I can, but he kept the
I'm glad
chinchilla.
you kept the chinchilla
I mean-
out of respect.
Oh my God, we could have a look and see if there's Sammy Chinchilla.
No, don't look. Not
Okay,
right now.
Not
We
right
will.
now, but I will. I'm gonna look, and if I do, I'm gonna post it.
Like, rest in peace, mate.
Someone said, absolutely hilarious. Unfriend her, but not the chinchilla. This man has priorities in order. I really hope you're friends with the chinchilla to this day. It pisses me off that a Facebook chinchilla lives forever. Can't we just let the chinchilla die? Being forgotten. I mean, now people are just taking the piss, but that is absolutely
That's brilliant.
one of the best stories I've
I mean-
read. It takes me back to the whole fish thing.
I don't think it was a disaster.
It has given him one of the best stories of his entire life.
Yeah.
Because
That
I
was great.
thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, what about getting her tits out in the middle of Ben and Jerry?
Like, no shame.
I got my nipples pissed. There they are. I mean, there would have been kids in there.
Yeah.
And she's like, these are my nipples. It's fucking insane. I loved it, but for me, it's all about the chinchilla. Rest in peace, Sammy. From middle-aged opinion.
Why was it there? Why?
I
Why
don't know.
was it there? Why
I don't
did she
know.
take it with her?
I feel like Sammy went with her everywhere. And if you love my chinchilla, you love me. I thought, stop it, because I'm tired.
So you started it. I was fine until you started it.
That was brilliant. Right.
Okay.
That was a great story.
Ah!
Oh, I pulled out a chinchilla.
Pulled out a chinchilla.
Oh, brilliant.
How was your date? Yeah, I took Sammy with me.
Yeah.
He was a hit. I had to put him back. because he
Imagine
was paying
that.
him more attention.
Imagine you ringing me after that phone call.
Right.
I would have died from laughing.
Thanks.
Send me your photos.
Yeah, me and the chinchilla.
Yes.
Best date ever.
Yeah. And then we all friend it on Facebook.
Right, this one's a bit long,
Okay.
but we're going with it because it promises to be light-hearted. And I quite enjoy like the humour.
I found.
No, you didn't.
I found
You're lying. That is not Sammy.
Sammy.
That is not Sammy.
Sammy edition a year ago. Sammy the chinchilla.
No, but Sammy's dead.
Yeah, this was a year ago. Let me see when the story was. I'm so sorry. I'm so easily distracted.
They live longer than...
It was less than a year ago.
It says he's died, though.
Yeah, so Sammy... And the post is a year ago. Oh, more than a year ago. Yeah, Sammy's dead. Rest in peace, Sammy.
That's a cute cat.
Right, I'm going to have to move on now because honestly, I get so distracted. Oh, it was brilliant.
You're an idiot. I really liked it, though.
Oh, I loved it so much. It made me so happy.
Right. Dating as an Indian doctor and other disasters. Brackets, light-hearted. Context. Sorry. I'm a doctor from India, freshly single after a relationship we were both expecting to result in marriage, and a long, happy life together ended as a bitter taste in our mouths. Thus, I found myself single after 7.5 years.
We both just burped at the same time.
I tried to swallow, actually, my mouth's so dry. And well, with work the way it is, why not give dating apps a try? In an actual hospital, the odds are good, but the goods can be very odd. And they know how to wield a scalpel better than I do. Sure, I know they're not good for your mental health, but what's the worst that can happen? Spoiler, some people can be very wacky. I recently spoke to a cute med student on the dating apps. Some med schools are same med school as my younger brother. She tells me she knows my brother. I mean, who doesn't? He's a looker. All the girls and a good quarter of the guys want to know him in a biblical sense, but she wasn't so crass. Crass?
Yeah, like gross about it.
All good. She says she knows my dad. Okay, but I've heard worse. She goes on to say that not only are our parents colleagues, they're from the same med school. What a coincidence. I asked my brother about her, due diligence. He gave me a look and tells me to keep my filthy paws off her if I know what's good for me. Huh? That's new. I swear he's never had that particular reaction before, and I wanted to know why. But he just shook his head, asked me to confirm her surname, and wandered off. Then she says that, hey, your dad was visiting our place just a month or so back. How's he doing? Quite well, thanks for asking. What field of medicine are your parents in? Gynecologists themselves. I matched into is that psychiatry?
Yeah.
Then I found out after a very reasonable amount of flirting that I had matched with my psychiatrist's daughter on a dating app.
Oh dear.
I told her that I had literally called him a month back to share the good news. The latter was nothing but bad. My dad delivered her by C-section. He does that to a lot of people. It's not a very exclusive club after all. How could it be when I'm a member? My fucking brother, he was laughing his arse off in the next room. The walls, while thick, weren't nearly enough to hide the chuckles of my beet red face. Then the arsehole goes on to tell my parents about her, and I limp back home from work only to have my dad ask me if I want to marry her.
I'm not following. What was the funny bit? He was delivered, or his parents delivered her? Sorry.
Both.
Okay.
His dad delivered her through C-section.
Right.
But he's also been delivered by his dad through C-section.
Okay.
So, I haven't got there yet.
Okay, sorry. It's just I wasn't following. I was like, I don't understand why that's funny. Okay, go on.
I'm like, fucking hell. So Dad now has asked if he wants to marry her.
Right.
I chuckle and throw my employee ID card somewhere. It won't be missed. Then I take a good look. He's not joking. This is the opposite of good. But what I am good at except brushing off commitment. No. Then stop fucking around. SMH.
I feel like I know this.
I know. He's also shaking his head, and I mine. She's a good girl. Studious from a respectable family. You want to
Shaking my head.
Oh, you want to get married? I can call her dad right now. He's not kidding either. I thought I was dead inside. But apparently it's always possible to make room for dessert and to make what's already dead roll over and die again. I assure him that as someone about to move countries and stay in Scotland for about 3 years and change, marrying an Indian med student only halfway through her course is an absolute last thing I want to be doing. But they're well off enough, so are we. We could fly her out every 6 months or so to see you.
Nah, I'm good.
My mum was in the room and giggling her ass off. Thank you for the moral support, Mum. I tell my dad that I don't think a healthy marriage involves the newlyweds living a continent away, seeing each other every blue moon. He doesn't seem all that fast, and I realise that roughly sums up the first few years of his marriage, given how he was on the Sigma grind set. I suppose there's a reason they had their honeymoon when I was 3 years old. No, I tell him, given that if there's even ever going to be a shotgun wedding, her dad will be the one wielding one, not only to keep me at bay. He's my fucking shrink. So her dad is his shrink.
With it now. Yeah.
He knows everything.
Mate.
He'd need a shrink himself if he let me anywhere near his cute and nerdy daughter, and I'm not licensed yet. At this point, my mum asks if I care to examine the latest batch of single ladies lovingly handpicked out for me by my aunt in London. I've well and truly had enough. I stomp out of there with steam, tinted pink with dying brain tissue hissing out of my ears. My life is a farce. Jokes on me, so are the drinks, but only because I'm going to be drowning a lot of them.
Yes, too close to home. But you know, they still practice.
Yeah,
but it's optional now. You don't have to, which I think is better. But yeah, can you imagine marrying your shrink's daughter?
Who your dad delivered.
That isn't so bad to me.
I feel like it's just all a little bit
too close for home. For me, it's more
involved.
About, you know, your psychologist, like, knowing everything about you, all the dark parts, and then you want to marry their daughter, which would be so funny. Good
Shocking.
story, though. Good story.
I read it better yesterday.
I think you read it well today. It's my brain, babe. It's because I'm tired. That's all it is. So I'm like, right. Are we ready? Or you want to? Yeah. Right. Date with... Oh, did I want to read this? Yeah, I'm going to. Right. Date with an anti-abortion guy turned into a disaster, did you? Because I was like, it's quite controversial. And then I thought the subject is controversial. So I may as well read it. Right. Went on a date with a guy. Abortion topic somehow came up. Regardless of the children-free atmosphere, the amount of shit that came out of his mouth was so toxic, inconsiderate, and unbelievable. Honey, if you got pregnant, you need to take over the responsibility. Abortion is murder. Your body is no longer only yours after conception. The only legitimate reason for it says for our being is what they mean is being raped and the child having severe deformities. Even if you were manipulated into pregnancy, it was your fault for letting him do that. After politely telling him that I disagree, he became pushy and didn't want to leave the topic. I literally got off the table and left. Sent him a message that in the future he should be careful about saying a woman what they must and mustn't do. He replied to me, speak up, after I read some scientific research is on abortion, and blocked him. There is an edit. Do you want to take that just while I'm before I read the edit? What do we think about him?
Not much.
Peter says no.
Not much.
I mean, I would have got up and left. I would have. That's a lie. I would have had a proper
really
row.
Argued with
I would have
him.
had a proper row.
I think I would have been leaving by being dragged out by a bouncer because I might have probably got.
I would have. There would have been a full blown fucking argument. Right. Edit. Clarification. As I see, there might be some confusion. I'm not sure if he's child free or not. That's what I meant by regardless of the child-free status. We didn't reach that topic. They didn't get that far. And then top comment says, "What an unhinged take." Then whose body is it? The baby's. This implies that women lose personalhood and authority once they become pregnant, which is a dangerous notion. When far-reaching implications, do we allow a fetus to mature where doing so would be fatal to the mother? Now, what's interesting about this post is this post was 229 days ago, almost a year. And now, obviously, in every state in America, it is now illegal to have an abortion. I believe it's every state. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that's what I've seen. So I wasn't up to date with it. As far as I was, the place I was with it was still in debate, because they were still chucking out all their pros and cons, like for and against. So without getting political and researching, what I understand is you can no longer have an abortion. I'm not even sure what the circumstances have to be. That includes rape. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, what I've read. I don't really want to look really into it, but I do feel like the more and more stuff I see and control from the government, etc., it might be heading here to the UK, which obviously it can kill some women. Other women have been raped. And then when you address this with the, I want to say like far right, but that's not the right saying, with the men who believe that abortion is murder, etc. Like what I'm a 10-year-old that's pregnant by her father and whatever, and they're like, it's still God's child, need a good smack in the face.
Yeah, or we can always just take it over to the other side, and it's like, okay, if this woman has to have this baby, then you need to pay her child support. Yeah, and also from day dot. And also ejaculating without using a condom surely is abandonment. It would be abandonment of all the potential children. Let's start catering for, as this child is a real child and it's a real human being, let's cater for it. And that's because that won't happen. No, of course not. And the interesting part is we could go on and we could really research what's actually going on in the world, but we're not
we're not a political
No.
podcast. These are my personal views. I think if a woman gets pregnant and she wants to have an abortion, regardless of the circumstances, that it should be completely within her right.
I agree.
I think that men perhaps should be all circumcised in that case, and bear in mind I do have 2 boys, because that is easier reverse than a woman. There's so many solutions to it, but I don't think men sitting in the White House or anywhere else get to decide what women do with their bodies, and that's where I'm going to leave my views on that. Anything you want to add?
I feel like I can go off on an absolute whirlwind of
And that's what I mean. So that is where,
so it's probably safer to leave it there.
Yeah.
Because exactly what you said is
Yeah.
exactly how I feel,
yeah,
amongst a whole bunch of other shit on
of
top.
course. So, but it's a very interesting. I would have left the date. I wouldn't have left that. It's a lie. Would have had a row.
I would have had a major row.
Yeah, I would have had a row. But that's that.
I might have even called you to come down here and have a row with me.
And she, what?
Come and listen to what
She
this
said what?
cunt has
Not
got to
only did he
say.
put out a butt plug, but
Come
he
and listen
said-
to this. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's settle this.
I mean, people are crazy, batshit fucking crazy, and
Yeah.
you know that he's still on mummy's boobie, and that's why he said that. And that's all I got to say about that.
moving on.
Yeah, should have read the chinchilla one last.
Yeah. A local parish had its annual Catholic speed dating, and it was a disaster. In previous years, there would be over 150 women and at least 140 men at this event. This year, only 40 to 45 women registered and about 55 to 60 men registered.
Excuse me.
And about 15 of them did not show up to the actual event, and they had paid the $50 fee too. Every man there had at least 3 or 4 no-shows on their list, with many a break slotted in due to the low numbers of women. Age cut-off was 39 too. I did have a date with a speed dating girl who claimed to be a revert after living with a boyfriend, and then she sent me multiple weird messages and finally stated that she was going back to her ex. Catholic match is dead in my local area too. If God wants me to be single, please pray I'll live a holy life and have people around me at the time of my death.
Don't stick a Christmas tree up your ass.
My family is small and dysfunctional as it is.
Fucking
I
hell.
was just like, oh.
So they all got blown out.
Everyone's like, nah.
You would be though, wouldn't you?
Nah.
Nah. It's a no from me.
Cut-off age was 13. I wouldn't have even been able to attend.
No, not anymore.
Not this one.
No, not this one.
Not this one.
Next week's. You're in the next box.
I was just like that, oh.
You're in the 40 to 55 bracket now. That's rude, isn't it? Can you believe we're 40 years old?
Yeah, because you don't let me forget.
Yeah, but it's so shocking to me.
And now you're trying to push menopause on me.
Well, you've talked
Back.
about your symptoms.
Off.
You've got all the symptoms.
Back off.
I'm just
I
saying.
warn you now.
I'm just saying.
Back off.
It's the symptoms. Oh, menopause. Go on. Tell me the top comment.
Having speed dating is more than most parishes have, and even 40 or 50 sounds like a lot. If any of the parishes in my area tried it, I wouldn't be surprised if you had 30 to 40 men, but only 10 to 15 women sign up.
Have you ever been speed dating?
No.
Would you ever go speed dating?
Yeah, just for the fun of it.
Yeah, I think I'll go with you just for the crack.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know how it works.
What's your ideal
I
man?
think the girls-
Don't know. Oh no, yes I do. Thor.
Thor.
Next.
Thor.
Next one. Iron Man. Next. The Hulk. Next.
I think
Black
that
Panther.
women sit, don't they? And the men are supposed to walk around.
I don't know. Don't you get like a minute? The ones I've seen, you get like a minute, and then you got to be like blah 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 blah.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of
What they say when they go, is that a wedding ring? Yeah, I love him.
it's not called speed dating, but they've got a lot of single night out bar events,
Single, ready to mingle.
kind of things. Yeah.
Bring your butt plug.
But you go to a bar and like an area's been sort of hired out for
There's a chinchilla section.
single people. The sad section.
You can bring your chinchilla.
The sad section.
Oh.
Sad single section.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to go, but that would be really mean.
What,
Especially if someone was like, oh, she's fit. And then I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah. She's my wingman. Come for me. I'm the single one. Like your mate.
how long have you been
So does her
single?
husband.
Sorry, is this not how long have we been married? I thought this was talk about the marriage.
I'm in a city of 3 million and it was heavily advanced. Like I said before, it had a huge draw in the past. That was OP.
I think that was cute. I think that it's cute that he's bothering, do you know what I mean?
I think it's kind of cute that the church is doing something. Like, again, it's
Like-minded people. Yeah, which is cute.
yeah. But I feel a bit sad for him. It's like, if God wants me to be single, let me be around people that love me.
Yeah, God can't do everything. You've still got to do your own looking.
Yeah. Come
Yeah.
on now. You can't. Well, I know. We manifest.
Yeah, we'll manifest, but I don't think she's going to knock on the door and be like, praise Jesus, I'm here.
I'm not gonna
But my
lie.
rap.
I'm kind of hoping that someone knocks on my door one day and then I don't have to go out and meet someone.
You know, also if they knock at the door, you'd be like, why are you at my door?
I wouldn't answer, to be
well,
honest.
that's what I'm saying.
I'm like,
You'd just be
no.
like, you are on camera.
I'm not expecting anyone. So
There you go.
And the only people that come see me is you and my mum.
There you go. So you'd be like, sorry, but why are you here?
I'll be
Yeah.
like, phone you. Are you
Back
at
up.
the door?
Yeah.
You at the door?
It's actually me, babe.
Like,
Let
why
me in,
you
my
doing-
chinchilla's getting cold.
Oh.
Oh, that's just so good. Right. Ready?
Yes.
First date disaster. I just went on a first date with a girl. It was just a dinner date. Am I reading the same story? I just read the same story. Sorry. It was just a dinner date. I thought the date was going good because we talked a lot, but I didn't make any moves or nothing. But when I asked her friend, she said it wasn't really good because I didn't do stuff like open the door for her or pay for dinner. I asked her about it, but she just brushed it off and says next time we should have friends around to make it more chill. In the relationship still is the relationship still salvageable, or is it best to cut my losses? I do have an update.
I don't know. She said next time. So she's implied.
But what do we think about her?
Well, she's told her mate. He's like,
He didn't pay. He didn't open the doors. I'm a lady.
I mean, I don't expect someone to pay, but just like a light little gestures.
Gentlemanly. Update. I went on another date with friends, but it was just another of our friends who were dating. So it was basically a double date.
Okay.
It went way better than the first date. We were flirting, we held hands, and after the date we kissed. When I text, she said, I started thinking of the chinchilla. She said she really liked me, and I was not so nervous like the first date. It was better on the double date. Hope things work out.
Oh,
I thought it was quite a nice one.
that's quite nice.
Because he thought it was a massive dating disaster.
And sometimes, if that's like one of your first dates, you do kind of forget yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Yeah, so
I'm glad she gave him another chance.
yeah, same here. And to the original post, the top comment is, you treated her like a bro, not like a lady.
Oh.
Lesson learned for next time. And then obviously the update. But I thought that was quite a nice one, bit of a wholesome one.
Nice.
Nice, darling. We like that. Okay, go on.
Okay. Third date disaster. I, 31 male, went on a third date with 27 female to a lounge type place for some drinks and dancing. It didn't end well. Did I overreact? Opinions, please.
Oh, we will let you know.
We will. Sorry, I just drank some coke. And again, sorry.
What is wrong with us?
I wasn't yawning, I was
It's Friday. No, I know, but it made me yawn.
So, the night was going well. The music was great. We had about 3 drinks in us, and we were dancing and having a good time. Sometime during the night, she starts trying to test me. During the night, she mentions to me to point to any guy in here, and she'll go get his number.
Oh,
What?
oh. I don't like her.
So I take this as a bizarre shit test, and she's trying to demonstrate that she has her pick of the litter. I tell her it's not necessary, and the night continues. Later on in the night, she went over and talking to some guy. I was just kind of dancing around in the periphery,
My peripheral vision.
awkwardly like an idiot. I just wanted to observe and see what she would do. She ends up exchanging phone numbers, and my mood sours.
What the fuck is wrong with her?
I think the deal breaker was how she handled it afterward. She knew I was bothered and started telling me she wasn't interested in him. She is just interested in me. That this kind of thing happens all the time, and if I want to be with her, I have to deal with these things. She basically offered no apology and issued an ultimatum to me to learn to deal with it or split.
Okay, bye.
I solidified whatever pride I had left as a man and what's that say? Stoically?
I can't see where you are.
Stoically.
Yeah.
And calmly agreed to part ways and got her a cab. She kind of furiously got into the cab. Follow-up question, am I just getting back into the dating pool after a long... Follow-up question, I am just getting back into the dating pool after a long relationship. Is this status quote for the things I have to deal with?
No.
No. That's it. Go on.
I think he's just met some sort of a dickhead. Who
She's
thinks she's all
proper
that.
dickhead.
She's a massive fucking dickhead.
I go around getting other guys
and
and
it's
stuff
just not
because I am.
Point at anyone.
The bee's
Point at
knees.
anyone here. They want me.
And
Go away.
If you can't deal with that,
It's a you problem.
move on.
Yeah, because I can't help being so beautiful and everyone wanting me,
I'm
including...
a 10, baby. I'm a 10.
Yeah, no, actually I'm a 12. I'm a 12. Look at me. Look at me. But she actually exchanged numbers and went, that's just what happens. So it's one thing a man coming on to you and you saying, no, not interested, thanks though. To exchanging numbers is completely different. So I feel like she's really scared him, but she's just not worth your time.
No.
No.
She ain't on the same page.
She's a female slag, same as there's male slags
Yeah,
who
she
love
ain't it.
themselves, yeah.
She shouldn't even be dating.
She's for the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lego streets.
This shit is so immature, and she was trying to make you jealous.
Yes.
No, you didn't overreact. She's acting like a teenager at best.
Yeah.
OP says, thanks. I was thinking the same thing in my head at the time. I guess I just needed some positive affirmation that I handled it appropriately.
I actually feel sorry
the
for him.
dating world can be wonky.
Yeah, no, she's not the one. She's not even the 2, 3, 4 or 5, 6. She's just not even worth it. I'd move on and just put it down to a bad experience. That's that.
Yeah, she sounds fucking crazy, man. Good
She's
words.
crazy.
Absolutely.
Are we good? Are we wrapping up?
Yeah.
You're all right, my darlings. Well, thank you, my darlings. Noe from the farm. I'd like to thank you all for coming today. I don't know why.
What's happened? This
I
was
don't
dating
know.
disasters, babe.
Oh, sorry about that. We all hope that the chinchilla is resting in peace over
Oh.
here.
R.I.P. Sammy.
I'm going to be thinking about Sammy for a while. I'm going to stalk until I find the right Facebook fan page as well. Yeah, you know I will.
Yeah,
And then I'm going to send it to you.
don't date your shrink's daughter
Yeah, don't do that.
and stay away from girls from the streets.
Yeah, because if they think that they're 10, that means then that they're not.
They're really not.
And there are normal people out there.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm here.
You ain't interested either,
I ain't
so we
interested.
can't help you with that. I just think I am happy I'm married because, wow.
I'm happy I'm single.
Yeah. I get it.
I'm good. She's good. We're all good.
Yes.
Just love yourself first.
Yes.
Like, look after yourself. You don't have to be like, I love myself. Like,
I agree.
just-
And don't rush into anything. There's nothing saying that you just can't take time with stuff, right? Like, there is no rush.
just go live your life.
Yes.
Go
Enjoy
have
yourself.
Fun.
I mean, that's what we tell our kids, right?
Go and have fun.
Enjoy yourself. Don't worry about being tied down or in a
Yeah, that's
relationship.
not what
or
it's about anymore.
you know.
There's so much more.
concentrate on
that
where
you
you want to
do.
be. And when you're there where you want to be, then you've got time to bring somebody else in.
But still date, because we really enjoy these stories.
Yeah, especially if they involve
If you-
livestock.
Or butt plugs.
Butt plugs, we are doing that.
I mean, we
No, we are doing
gotta
that.
Get these stories.
We're going to do that. They're really easy to find.
What butt plugs?
Yeah, this what we're doing. What's been inside me lately?
Oh.
It just has to be done. Right, my darlings. Again, I've just gone.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going farmer. It's the word darling. It makes me go like all farmery.
Stop saying it.
I can't help it.
Later status.
Sorry, Daddy. Right. You're my cocksack.
Wow. What do you think of that? I think. What don't you think of that? I think that girl has got everything